I got a lot of things to do. Feeling a little overwhelmed from it, so I'm just gonna start naming them off so I have them out of my mind and see how organized they are. If we've never met before, hi, my name is Duncan Alderdice. I make short videos on the morning on a walk as I talk through the thoughts I'm having. I'm trying to put my life back together again. They're going to go in no particular order. So I need to respond to one of the people the leasing agent who just texted me this morning to book a tour. I need to actually organize all of the tours that I booked yesterday into a calendar so that I know what it is. I need to reach out to all of the ads on Kijiji that I opened up into a new tab. I think there's like 20 to 30 just kind of sitting there. I need to figure out if I actually want to go see all of them. I need to determine whether or not I'm actually going to be getting an apartment or am I just viewing, or that's a lot of stuff. I need to finalize I need to finalize the transcription thing where I take the audio, upload that, and then it produces the publishing package, the transcript, as well as the captions, because that's a thing that you can do on YouTube. I need to actually adjust the description, adjust the previous videos that I've uploaded so far so that they have an up-to-date description. I've got to upload the video for tomorrow and the next day so that they're pre-published, because the last one I have is done today, but I do have that. I've got to edit 3 videos before Wednesday, because if we're leaving Wednesday, that means I can't do anything Wednesday. And that means we'll be gone Thursday and Friday and then back Saturday. So I need something publishing for... technically, I got to get 4. So if I get 2 a day, that's going to be a thing I got to do. I got to book a bunch more appointments and just call the shit out of people. It's crazy because right now I'm it feels like I'm cold calling because of trying to find apartments and book them and schedule them into the calendar. And yesterday I was calling and I only got one person to pick up. And it's just funny because it's I'm the person trying to give you money, not get money from you. But yeah, what else do I got to do? I have to adjust the description so at the bottom it has the playlist, because I've set it to the official playlist so that it's more likely for them to play all in a row. I got to get a thumbnail for each one of the videos that are going to go up in the next 4 days, for the next week. What else? I have to... I've got to sign the offer that's executed for the new job whenever that comes through. So I've got to wait for that to come in. Hopefully that comes in some point, though I believe CEO man is back in the office. What's I gotta do? I feel like there's more things that I have to do. I've got to figure out, I've got to write an about me paragraph that will go and be the standard thing that goes inside of the descriptions. I have got to... I'm running out of things. It feels like there's always feels like you have more things to do than when you start to say them out loud. And then you know how many things you have to do and it's less than you thought. That was a good sentence. I have got to turn around when I hit this shadow. I have got to not get stuck on doing, sometimes in the morning I have something to do and then I get stuck learning something. Yesterday I was learning about the impact that the tariffs or the alcohol, Ontario and Quebec saying no to any sort of American imports, the impact that was having on their industry, that Canada accounted for 36% of all American export purchases. That's dropped down to 12% because Alberta and Saskatchewan run them privatized, whereas Ontario and Quebec have that governmentally regulated, with the LCBO and the SIQ. For Quebec, though, this has turned into and increase 10 million in revenue per quarter for the local, specifically if we're just looking at wineries. But net, the tariff situation is kind of it has made GDP growth slow from 1.2% before to 0.8%, which sucks. But then it's like, okay, well, now we have to build the infrastructure in order to not be 100% dependent on one customer, which is like good business. Makes sense. Like that's the thing that you have to do that was underprepared for or whatever. And then you go like, okay, well, it sucks that the administration is like, fuck you, we're going to put tariffs on everything. And it's like, yeah, it does suck. But it could happen. So like, what are you going to do? Join their country and vote for someone else? Then you would be there. What else do I have to do? I feel like I got to make a list of these things that I have done. Oh, well, I got to charge this camera and transfer all of the files of stuff onto document. I got to delete the files on the computer to make up space for that. I got to pack clothes, but I don't have to do that until Tuesday evening. I have got to... I've got to figure out whether or not I'm going to just apply to... not apply. Try to schedule a time with all of the people I've reached out to. All of the businesses, all of the... not hotels. Toronto. not hotels. Apartments. Because there's a bunch on Kijiji. It seems like there's unlimited, so it also is. There's so many all over the place, and some that are good, and it's like, okay, well, there's some nice ones that are in Mile End, which is kind of up more in the mountain area. But is that where I want to be at this point? Like, I feel more I think this is kind of a decision I got to make when I am there. I have got to. What else I gotta do? That can't be it. I feel like there's more. You know, I think I'm gonna take this video and then transcribe it and then turn that into a list and start chipping at that. No, I feel like that's taking too much time. I gotta just start. I'm gonna start my day by calling people with the apartments to get tours and all that jazz rattled and a calendar setting for everything up. All right. I have a start, so we're gonna go with that. Appreciate you watching to the end. And I know you know this already, but I'll say it again. Is that desire is what drives you forward. The pain you're going through is necessary. That is why you need to believe in yourself, because you're more capable of doing great things than you give yourself credit. Lean in, aim up, and move forward. Yes, you can. Yes, you will. Haha.